Alright, you ready to hear the soothing sound of my voice? This is going to be a short one, because I don't have that much time. But right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get prepared for summer. It already is summer, so you should probably already be prepared for summer. But that kind of stuff happens, so don't even worry about it. Alright, so a couple of things. We got our straw hat. That's going to help us stay cool in the summer. We're going to want to go down and we're trying to get some golds for a Fling-O-Matic. We got a bunch of items in our inventory. We want to clean it up. So, in the summer, in addition to your sticks, grass, twigs, nitri, you want some logs still so you can cook stuff, usually. We're also going to want to always have this in our inventory, the nitri. What's that's going to do is that's going to allow us to make an endothermic fire whenever we like. And that's going to really help. If you're overheating or freezing in the middle of nowhere and you have no way to prevent it, you're basically screwed. Freezing is a lot easier to deal with. If you burn a grass tuft or a tree or something with a torch, which you should always be able to make with the twigs and the grass you have in your inventory, you can survive solely on that for a while. It becomes a lot harder when we're talking about summer, because in summer, basically the best thing you could do would be to stand under a tree, and that's not really going to help in midsummer. That only helps like early summer. Alright, so we need this. We're carrying the umbrella because the umbrella is going to shield us from the sun. And then we're going to go play with some thermal stones. Some people don't like to use thermal stones. Thermal stones are great because basically you use them once and then it's just like free. You just get like free cooling with it if you have an ice box. And when it comes to like strategies, like what's good and what's not, I mean, it's really not about what's optimal, it's about what you want to use. If someone doesn't use the exact same strategies as you, I mean, if you're not dying, that's not all it's about. It's not all about just you're either dead or you're not. Sometimes it's about how well you're doing, but it's just ridiculous that some people think because they're using the optimum strategy, they're playing the game better than someone who isn't. I like to use lots of different strategies. So I want to use this wormhole, because that'll get me back a lot quicker. And I can also pick up my bone shards. Bonus. Which is going to drive me near insane. But it's fine, because I got a base right there, and I got stuff I can do to regain sanity. And now what I want to do is I want to immediately get an endothermic fire as soon as I can. An endothermic fire pit. If I can. I might not have enough nutri. I was not thinking about that. Yeah, I do. Alright, so we got the cut stone right here. We got some of this. And we're going to want to make some electric doodads. I can drop some of this right now. Alright, need a little bit more stone. Fleshy bulbs can go in there. And we're going to refine, doodad, refine. And then we got it. And we're going to put it over here somewhere. We want to put it on the opposite side of this so we can be using that at night. And we don't want it to be in range of our Fling-O, because the Fling-O is going to put it out when it's turned on, and it should be turned on, because it's summer and we don't want our stuff to set on fire. So now that'll put out smoldering, and now we can just get some wood and stuff. We got plenty of food for now, so we'll work with the food we got. Oh, actually, this is going bad. And we can go get some spiders for more food. This wet goop will rot on the ground. This leafy meat will rot. We got some rot here. During the summer, your plants will dry out. I usually don't worry about that. And things will wither. Now that we have that endothermic fire pit, we're good. Alright, we want to chop these trees down before they start shrinking, but we're going to clear our inventory out once we have a sec, because it's always good to do. Put bone shards, I'll put them in here. Hound's teeth can go in here. Put silk. Hounds are going to come sometime soon. Alright, so we got these pickaxes we've been using that have been getting pretty low. It's good that we save these. Always try and save your pickaxes when they're low, because we're going to make them into thermal stones. We got the rocks right here. Go survival. We got that, rocks and flint. We're going to make 2 of them. They're going to be pretty hot because it's summer. We can put them in the ice chest and they'll cool them down. We want 2 because we're going to need 2 later, and because we had the 2 picks to use, and with plenty of rocks right now. It's going to really come in handy eventually. Just get a big fire going, and since we're close enough to it, we don't really need to worry about wasting our hat, so we'll take it off. Where am I? X-hours. And we prototyped that, so we're good on sanity for now. Tomorrow we can go get some mushrooms if we want for more sanity, restore our sanity. There's some other stuff we can do. Prototype some more stuff. Yeah, we're gonna prototype some more stuff because we got some more stuff to prototype. And the reason we don't want the fling out to cover our fire pit or our endothermic fire pit, and I know I covered this before, is because it's going to put it out. It's going to see it's a fire and extinguish it, which is the opposite of what we want to do. If you have to, it's fine. What you have to do is just, when you're at night, you got to turn it off. And then make sure when you're leaving your base, it's on, because your biggest risk for things smoldering and catching on fire is when you're walking towards your base, because you won't be close enough to put the smoldering thing out, but you are close enough for it to start smoldering. We're going to plant our trees down here. Don't make it hard. That was too easy. Alright, our sanity's fine for now. Let's go kill this butterfly. The shovel. Alright, so what we need for butterfly pancakes is vegetables. We don't have a lot of vegetables, which is fine. We got some other stuff we can do for sanity. Not that I'm really worried about sanity, but what we're going to do is make a top hat. And that'll restore some sanity during the day. Top hat's not a really good use for your silk unless you have a huge amount of silk and you don't care, then you could use a top hat. Top hat's good because we're going to use it a bunch and then we're going to make a prestihatinator out of it, so we don't really care. Moving slow. Oh, we got these right here. Put those in our backpack. We'll keep that on us. It's not even enough for an endo. It's just. You can put some twigs away. Put these right here. Clear some spots for some trees. We don't really need. Take that. Yeah, it's weird that I don't rotate. It makes everything harder. Probably start just rotating, but I just can't stand my base being disorganized. So at this point, I can't really rotate in this world because everything will look weird to me. So I'm just gonna stay like this. But I would recommend you rotate when you start the world, and then just keep everything the same angle. I'm not doing that because I like it this way. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. That's what I'm talking about before. It's not optimal, but it's the way I play, so I don't really care at all if it's not optimal. Like, it's good to... I'm not saying it's bad to do things right. It is always good to do things right. But there's a time and a place for not caring how you do things. And playing video games for fun is one of those times where you have to find a balance between getting better at the video game so you can have fun and not stressing out about little things. That sound is smoldering. It sounds like something smoldering. We want to make sure our trees don't catch on fire because that'd be a waste. In fact, let's chop. Let's chop some trees. Alright, our thermal stones are going to keep us nice and cool. You can do some cool tricks like thermal stones, like using them to overheat yourself in the winter so that you can bottle up all that warmth and go out overheated rather than go out at a normal temperature and drop to cold. We might go over that if I start reviewing specialized survival during seasons. Right now we're just doing basic survival, so when stuff smolders like that, you're going to want to not have something that'll make you chop it and you change. So I can't do that with an axe to click on it, but you want to stop it from smoldering by clicking on it. The Flingo will take care of it automatically, but the Flingo can't reach these trees, that's why I'm moving them. Whenever you are really going to make a long-ass game, I actually suggest, if it's your first time doing so, or you really, really want to do well, plan out a base beforehand. Even just like on a piece of paper or something, like write where you want stuff, and then make sure you have room for flingos that are going to cover your stuff. I normally just kind of do it in my head while I do think of stuff, but every now and then you put something outside of the range of flingos or something like that. You can also, like I said before, you can just have a summer base. That works really good for a lot of people. Thermal stones aren't that great. I might talk about this in a later video if I get to this point. But once you have Chester and you turn him into Ice Chester, which we can also talk about, you can use his cold abilities to constantly be freezing thermal stones. So if you have 2 thermal stones, you're freezing one while you're using one, and by the time you've used it up, the other one's freeze, and you can switch them out. And you can basically walk around without protective clothing in the summer, and you will never overheat if you remember to switch your thermal stones. So that's a pretty good strategy. It's about probably the best strategy because it takes no inventory. It takes 1 inventory slot. Thermal stones last forever, and you don't overheat. I remember thermal stones, I think they had percentage at one point, or in one mode, I don't know. Whatever. So now we got like logs for days, so that's great. I'm going to replant some of these trees, not all of them. We're going to shave. Get some more beard hair. And we're going to want to make a Prestihatinator pretty soon. Yeah. Use some of these logs. Now that these are all worn out, we'll put it in here. I'm not actually positive thermal stones stack. You can also just stand next to an endothermic fire, and that'll cool your thermal stones down. You can also stand next to a fire to heat them up. Or you can put them in a chest near an endothermic fire, or put them in a chest near a fire. So that's another reason the chest is right next to that fire, is so when we're in the winter, we can put our thermal stones in it to heat them up instead of having to drop them on the ground. And these are not in a great place. The flingos won't cover these. These can smolder, but it's fine. Cool down a little. Put some berries away. We got plenty of food. We need more drying racks is one thing we really do need. So we got tons of wood. I can build some chests when I got a free sec. Right now we're going to take about 20 of these and plant them. Keep the other ones. We can plant massive amounts of trees later on. We're going to keep these in our inventory. We're going to plant these. We don't need the umbrella. It'll keep the sun away, but, I mean, we're just going to save it for rain. And we're not going to really need this or the axe. So we're clearing up some inventory space. You can eat these for health. We want to keep this on, and we'll keep this. And we're going to keep wearing top hat for sanity. It's not a great sanity gain, but that's fine. So I'm going to plant about 10 of these, or probably about up till when I have 12 here. Those will be good for a little later. No, all I have is this. Don't want to waste that normally, but who cares? And we're going to take these other ones, and I'm going to plant them down here in a group. These ones we're going to set on fire. If you're going to set trees on fire, don't plant them near anything that'll catch on fire. Because you don't want to chain fire and then ruin a bunch of stuff. Get this fleshy bulb. I guess the spider's going to town on some fleshy bulbs. Make sure you can see their butts and they're not going to gore you because they're in heat. We're going to get some manure and we're going to make a farm. Farms aren't the best source of food, but like I said before, it really doesn't matter how you play. And I mean, farms get your job done. When you're early, farms are really helpful because they can turn all those seeds into food. You don't want to waste manure on farms. You can fertilize your farms to make them grow faster. I would recommend against doing that unless you like need vegetables for some reason. Like if I'm trying to make butterfly cupcakes and I need vegetables. Oh man. Then I'll go for the farms. This butterfly's trolling me. But I don't really need to worry about them right now. Die, bitch. Whee. We want to make at least a couple farms. Farms can produce some things like watermelons, which you can use to make clothes out of. That's fine. And if you just want to play this game for completion, I'd say a part of completion would be prototyping everything. I definitely say that that's an important part of the game, is at least making everything once. So we're going to get enough fertilizer for some farms. Enough manure. We got tons of butterfly wings now. And remember, you gotta fuel these up, so make sure you're considering that. Oh, let's talk about staleness a little. So when you add to a stack, it combines the staleness. So if you add and it's half and half, you'd get half the amount of staleness. So it's like an average, right? So that's really great when you do that. Use some logs. I have time to those. When you cook something, you have the staleness. So this will be half the staleness of that. And I don't mean like the staleness will go up by a half. I mean like the amount of staleness that's currently progressed will go down by a half. So if I'm going to make a recipe with these, I want to cook them right before I make the recipe, because the recipe will also average the staleness. And then that will make it a higher freshness when it starts, if I do that. And when jerky is produced, it's always full staleness, but your meat can spoil before it turns into jerky if it's too old. So this is a combination of all the staleness of things I put in. Certain things will last longer cooked, and certain things will last longer uncooked. So you usually want to cook meat. The only reason to not cook it is because if you plan on later cooking it, you get the best amount of time from letting it get a little stale and then cooking it. So you want to let it get about half before you cook it to get the maximum benefit from that. Oh man, come on. So summer we can kind of stay around here. We don't have to. So we have the improved farm and the basic farm. We can build improved farms. Just need to take some rocks out. I don't ever recommend building a basic farm because improved farms aren't even really that great. So the basic farms really aren't. They're nothing. They're not good. I wouldn't build them. Remember, these can smolder too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them right on top of here because I don't plan on building up with this. And the Flingo will reach these. And you don't really need any farms, but two is plenty to get everything you need done. Farms will need to be fertilized eventually too. Fertilizing can be difficult with things drying out in the winter, but basically you just let food rot and you'll be fine. Alright, so now that it's a full moon, we're going to do some stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to go get the Glommer, and he'll give us the ingredients for the old bell, which is really good. So we want to go to him. He's right here. So we're going to go past this. I'm going to pick this rod up. Ooh, got you while you were sleeping. Get wrecked. Don't get hit by that tall bird. He would probably like almost kill me in one hit. Probably be really bad to get hit by him. I don't know how much damage he does off the top of my head, but it's a lot. It's not a small amount of damage. That's for certain. Also, when you're talking about staleness, so see, it combined, so the staleness went down. When you're talking about staleness, things that are stale will give you less. I can't remember the official rules right now, but I'm going to focus on this Glommer thing. Alright, so we want to... Oh, man. That's a shame. So, pigs also turn on full moons. I hadn't considered this. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to come down here and wreck this big village. Because what we need to do is we need to pick the Glommer's flower. Yeah, I get it. I'm overheating. We need to pick the Glommer flower, and then the Glommer will come and follow us. And then we kill the Glommer, and we get the Glommer wings, and we can combine those to make the old bell. And the old bell is great for chopping down trees, and also it's really fun to kill bosses with. So that's how we're going to get the old bell. And also, killing the Glommer instantly fills your naughtiness, which is going to make Krampus spawn. Since it's midnight, Krampus is going to be sleeping, and we will just kick the crap out of him. And he might drop a Krampus sack, which is a really good item. He never drops it for me, but he might drop it. You never know. It's like a 1 in 100 chance. So don't get your hopes up. Man, I'm really dragging in insanity. If I wear this. Alright, so fertilizer upgrades the plant. The better the fertilizer, the faster it upgrades. Rot isn't that good, it doesn't upgrade very fast. If we go get some manure, it'll upgrade it a lot faster. This is the game where I'm constantly at full, at like half-life. It's never going up. So, something like seeds. Seeds doesn't really get any better when it's cooked, but cooking this seed will make it go up above the halfway point. The halfway point is for spoilage, which makes it better. And I'm just going to put some stuff in this chest I want to rot, so it'll rot faster. I can make a ham bat with that, but I don't have the other ingredients. So we got corn. So our recipe is going to be a vegetable, butterfly wings, and 2 sticks. I believe that will work. And we're gonna go get more manure. We got these thermal stones. And we're going to make a bunch of vegetables. Okay, so that's happening. That's not a good thing. So, at the tier 3 spider den, we're close enough to it, is eventually going to turn into a spider queen. Which is not good. But it's not really the end of the world either. It's just going to start making spiders. So I really want to like, get it to fucking come attack me. Don't attack me, bro. There we go. Alright, that's good. It's gonna really kill our sanity, so this might end the run, depending on how well I play. We wanna add fuel to this fire. We wanna come down here and we wanna make another... Ooh. Need some rope. So that's what we don't want to see. We don't want to see those hard-hitting spiders. And I need another log suit. Get this hat. Alright, so hit, leave. Hit, leave. Hit, leave. Hit a bunch of times. We're going insane. Oh, don't want to get hit by the Spider Queen. She does a ton of damage. We're going insane from this fight, so we're going to grab some flowers so we can replant that stuff later. You want to kite this. It's going to really, really mess you up if you don't kite this. And one of the problems is our log suit's running low, so the next hit's going to do massive damage to us. So we're going to want to continue to kite here. Kiting for a long time really kills your sanity. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get some grass and make another log suit. We don't want to get too far away. And we want to keep killing these spiders. If the spiders there's way too many of them, it can get overwhelming. And that's not good for this fight. And we're also going to pick flowers for sanity. I kind of figured this could happen. We're a little too close to the den to avoid this. And I'm going to need another spear in this fight, too. So I'm just going to stay ahead of her. Make sure she doesn't hit me. I got these ropes. I'll eat more butterfly wings for some spot health. And I'm going to get this. I'm going to get some logs, and I'm going to make another log suit. And I'm going to wear that one. Alright. We good. Now I want her to attack. Hit her once. You can hit her 3 times. Not really a great idea if you're learning a kite, so I'm going to do it twice. I try and do what I recommend, not what I can do. Because and I recommend if you're learning that you do it minimum, but it's very possible to do 3 like that. Very, very possible. Alright, so these guys are a problem. We want to goat them to jump at us near something, and then beat the crap out of them. Pick all the flowers. Ah, punching. Alright, so now we need... we're gonna need another spear now. We could finish this with something that's not a spear, but that's gonna take a while. I'm gonna pick some flowers once again, get my sanity up. The reason we really need something else is because this is so freaking slow, this process. Alright. Alright. We use that to freeze him. It's not going to freeze him. Make a spear. Make a spear. And now we're good. Okay. Luckily, she didn't spawn too many spiders in the middle of the night. Oh, man. Not good. Come on. Beat up you. Alright, we got this one. I'm lagging a little. Okay. Still going insane. Let's find this. Let's dump some manure in it. And let's bank these. We'll use them in a bit. Don't get caught between enemies. Ah, God, these guys keep spawning. Go get some shade. One of the best parts about her is she's so slow that you can just walk away from the fight if you really don't feel like doing it. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got her. Okay, so that's good. So she's gonna drop a bunch of monster meat, a spider hat, and a bunch of silk. And this spider eggs, these are really great. So our health is fine. Now we just need sanity. So let's make some stuff. They'll help with sanity. So we're gonna just take this, drop this, take this. Now we're not overheating. We'll go get our backpack. We got a bunch of stuff to like just use now. Come on. So that was really interesting. Glad that happened. That was fun. I just let her kill Chester. Chester will come back if he dies, so we don't have to worry about him like being gone forever. That'd be really depressing if he was. We're gonna these spider eggs. We can plant them wherever we want, which is really great. lagging a little, so it's going to be hard to kite. One thing we want to do is we want to go get all our rewards, all our monster meat cobwebs. The cost for that fight was plenty of butterflies. Once we kill him, we'll go make some stuff. If we kill him. First boss fight of the game, though. Spider Queen's really easy to kite and deal with, so you can kill her basically at any point in the game. Watermelon, good. Alright, we have cobwebs somewhere. It's in there. So we can make a net and a fishing rod. We need a rope for the net, though. He's gonna be a punk and keep following me. Another great reason to be in the savannah is rope is super easy doing this this month. Alright, get away from my stuff. We don't want him to light any of our stuff on fire. That'd be really bad. I want these ashes, though. That is another thing that can happen, is a rabbit can light on, can smolder, light on fire, and run into your stuff. Eventually we're going to build a summer base. See, Chester's back. He's fine. He's just pretending to be dead. Right? Fashion melon. Sticks in a melon. Another prototype. We'll cool you off. It's great. We can keep it in the icebox. We'll dry one of these, and we'll cook one. See, now I'm just having fun. This game's just fun. I don't even care about tutorials and all that. Tons of monster meat. Got loads of monster meat. So, like, see, we don't have enough stuff. That's fine. Make some eggs. Now we have enough. Right, so we want to, oh yeah, we can't. Keep forgetting that. Cooked monster meat? I don't know. I think we might be able to, but maybe not. Yeah, cooked monster meat. Alright, so you can cook monster meat to give it to the bird. You can also dry it. So we're going to cook all this. Give it to the bird. We want these eggs ASAP. You don't want to overwhelm. Sometimes when I jam like a bunch of food in the bird, I'll get a glitch or something and it won't produce as many eggs as stacks I've given. I've noticed that happens sometimes. I don't know what causes that. Oh, more spider webs. We want these eggs, as many as we can. What we're going to do with them is we're going to make gunpowder. Gunpowder is boss killer. Gunpowder does the most damage out of anything in the game and is super fast acting. You can use it on every boss, and you can win against every boss with just gunpowder. Of course, some bosses, when you kill them with gunpowder, you're going to lose their drops. So you don't want to kill every boss with gunpowder. Some of them you just want to weaken with gunpowder and then kill them with whatever else you want. That's a long-ass shadow hand. And these, they require fuel. We must keep them fueled. That's one of the reasons we wanted a lot of logs. And you know, farms are just like better than seeds. Like, they take longer, but they're just better. So having a couple farms isn't the end of the world. If you're new and you're starting out, I mean, like, farms are just good. It's better than wasting all the seeds, eating them, or feeding them to a bird. Oh, and another thing is, if you ever have seeds that are going bad, you can just give them to the bird and he'll poop out seeds. Boom. Fresh seeds. Always. Seeds, you can just put a chest next to the bird's nest and keep all your seeds in it. And every now and then you check and you take the ones that are getting low and you give them to the bird. You could do that. What do we need? We need some grass for tomorrow. This hat is great. It drains your sanity and lets you command spiders, which is really cool if you think about it. Or if you don't think about it, it's still cool. Come on. I think I'm about going to get some mushrooms. I have plenty of time to go get them. Yeah, I need some paper, so might as well go get some mushrooms while I'm getting the paper. I also need grass. Hopefully some of this grass is still here. Yep. So this grass is gonna get all withered in the summer. Which can not be good. Okay, so this happened. These trees burned down. We wanted the charcoal anyway, not the trees, so that's exactly what we wanted. We're fine. Place in here. And we're going to make a net. Nice tool of the net. Put that in here with the fishing rod. One of these nights we'll have to do some organization. Wet goop can drop on the floor. Eggs. Things spoil faster when... I didn't even eat that. Things spoil faster when they're on the ground, so if you want something to spoil, you throw it on the ground. Don't throw something on the ground that will blow away, like ash. Need these rocks. Alright, I'm going to survival. And we have over here... Whoop, down here. Healing salve. Ashes, rocks, better use for your spider glands than just using them to heal. But it takes other ingredients that you may or may not have. Ash, easy to get. Other stuff can be a little difficult. Alright, we're going to drop this because we don't want it. We're going to not drop it somewhere out of the fling-out because it will set on fire eventually. And we're going to get this, this, and this. We're going to grab these, and we're going to go get some stuff. Fashion melon can cool us down, but it'll get us wet. And we have rot, that's fine, seeds. We're running low on food, that's fine. So what we want to do is we want to go down here. We're going to get a bunch of mushrooms. Dusk isn't really coming, so we're not going to get a bunch of mushrooms. What we're going to get is we're going to get some reeds. Because we're going to get over here, as we got summer fresh, the floral shirt. We need paper, cactus flowers, and silk. Paper is what we're going for now. We need 12 reeds to make that much paper. And we might as well get the cactus flowers, because we're right here. So when you pick the cactus, it's going to hurt you, but it's not that much. You'll survive. So you just pick cactuses. See? Lose like 6. Ouchies. Here's a touchdown. I don't know if we've activated one yet, but let's activate this one. We're going to come back to this and we're going to harvest those heads. Dark petals. Good for nightmare fuel. Sometimes we get cactus flesh, sometimes we need cactus flowers. Right now we need the flowers. You can also get blueprints, and you can learn those blueprints. That will restore your sanity if you don't already know that blueprint. If you already know it, it doesn't do anything. Always a great source of grass and twigs, especially in the summer when everything's withered. One of the best things about it is you get random items. Those items can be really great, and those items can be not helpful at all. Like this gourd's not. It's going to be great, because we're passing the Pig King, so we'll just trade it to him. I don't pick carrots unless I need to. So I'm going to ignore them. They're inventory space that I don't want to give up. We could use some healing, but it doesn't matter. I'm nonchalant about everything. Yeah, so we're going to break these. Not now, but we're going to come back and we're going to break those. We got to do it before the next full moon. I'll probably do it on the way back. Yeah, that will make sense. And then we're going to kill the pigs. Reason being is because they are kind of messing around with us. The pigs are going to kill the Glommer before we can every full moon because they're going to turn into pigmen. So we're going to have to kill them and destroy their houses so they don't come back. It may be a little cruel, but it's necessary. And we don't really need them because as long as we have pig skin, we can build big houses. We're not going to use this pig skin. We're going to save it for pig houses. And as long as you have a pig house, you can ice farm that, as I demonstrated in an earlier video, to get unlimited pig skin and meat for ice. And ice is easy to get once they integrate shipwrecks, if they do. They say they will, and hopefully they will. Ice will be so easy to get, unless the ice machine's nerfed. But even if it's nerfed, I don't imagine ice being hard to get. So. Alright, we're on our way back. We're going to grab some of these while we can, while they're out. Which is only a really short while. This will be the last one we get. Okay. We don't have a hell of a lot of this will replenish our darkness. See? Nope. You can actually just survive a night with fireflies. See? You lose less sanity, though, if you're not constantly in the dark. Like I said in my first video, now, sanity doesn't really matter that much, so I don't really care. The resources are good to keep, especially because we don't have that much cut grass. That 2 grass can save us. I want to keep my light out near enemies. Don't walk in the dark near a bunch of enemies. You can make a wrong move. No reason to make a fire. If I'm on a day trip and I plan on coming back, and you have enough resources to do so, just come back during the night, you know? Why waste a whole night sitting there when you could be back in your base? So you need these. We're good. Oh, I want to get this. Okay, come on. Yeah, so he's gonna follow me for a short while now. And he's off. Yeah, probably should have unequipped that. Not a big loss. Dark petals. Discord's not. We can trade to the Pig King for gold. Get some rocks in there. We'll refine this. 1, 2, 3. 3 paper, some silk, and this. Congratulations. Floral shirts. It will go bad over time, but it is awesome for keeping yourself cold. Get a couple thermal stones for no reason, because we got the OP thermal shirt, and we are good. And we can do whatever with this cactus flesh, doesn't matter. Oh, we probably want to eat too. We don't really need twigs. It'd be a waste of time to just sit here and pick twigs when we don't really need them. Alright, so that's going to be the end for now. Let's talk about some of the stuff we're going to do next. So we got our floral shirt, so we're pretty much set for the summer. A floral shirt will last you most, if not the whole summer. We want to go destroy those pig houses so we can get the Glommer the next time. We're honestly pretty late on the Glommer. You should get them every full moon. It would be really ideal. Alright, and then get more reeds probably. We got to make a Prestihatinator and a Shadow Manipulator. We have the stuff for the Prestihatinator. We just need to catch some rabbits. But for the Shadow Manipulator, we're going to need to exhume some graves. We got more gears we can get. There's plenty of stuff we can do during the summer. The summer and the winter are months you may want to just stand at base and survive the first time you play this game, the first couple times, but eventually you gotta start getting more stuff done per season. So once you prepare for a season, you should get a ton of stuff done. So now it's only about like not even halfway in the summer, and we're ready to get stuff done. The only problem that could happen right now would be if the Firefly comes in, the Dragonfly, whatever. That could really mess us up. So we're going to really, really hope that doesn't happen. But if it does happen, we're going to start next time with the strategy to help kind of avoid him destroying you. Because he will just destroy you if you don't know what you're doing. Alright, it's been fun. See you.